And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
My cords were all tangled up. That's why I'm a second late on that beat. Hey, everyone. It's The Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson. Dan Soder's off doing his billions filming. His first love, some would call it. But today I have actually two awesome people filling in.
1.5. And
I know there's only one here right now because the other one is probably going to get trashed when he gets up here for the reason why he's not here yet. First and foremost, you know him from YKWD podcast. Robert Kelly's here, everybody.
I'm here, finally. I've been invited into this radio show.
You did the live show.
I did. Well, I mean, it's not the radio show, Jay.
It's true.
I mean, and I not only did I do the live show, I pretty much I burnt the earth.
Oh, you did.
I mean, I burnt the earth.
Oh, without a doubt. You definitely left your mark.
Which I thought would get me. I mean, there's many things that I thought would get me an invite. Maybe, having you under my wing as a young buck.
Sure.
Dan
Very
Soder.
true.
I mean, introducing Comedy Central and any radio. I mean, everybody do Dan Soder.
Yeah.
He would have been a guacamole slinging big head if it wasn't for what.
In his heart, he still is.
Yeah.
He's still a guacamole slinger. It comes up a lot because I know it's still it haunts him.
Did you know he keeps a little ball of guacamole in his pocket every day? Did you know that?
Just to remind him.
He rolls it around. It's his lucky ball of guacamole.
His pockets are gross. The other person that'll be here momentarily, you know him most notably. You know him most notably as Bonnie McFarlane's husband. Everybody, Rich Voss is going to be here in a little bit.
You know him as Coattail. No, you can't grab coattails with those hands.
Not with those tiny little hands. Does Voss have ridiculously small hands?
His hand, we call him turtle hands. He, if you look at a turtle, if you bring up a turtle, he has the same fingers. He has small hands, but he puts rings on them. These diamond rings.
I thought he stopped. Didn't he get laughed out of that?
No, he did not. I think he needs to put diamonds on his fingers so he can see them. Well, so he knows where they are because they're so small.
He's 60 years old, so he is becoming an old Jew, which does start to lend itself to jewelry, much more jewelry.
Yeah, there's 3 E's in that.
Yeah, jewelry. He's
no, I mean the Jew part.
Jew.
No. He really is. No, but he's really in shape, dude. I mean,
he's in fantastic shape.
I mean, we should be talking. He's got a 6-pack.
We all wish we could be 60-year-old body Rich Voss.
Oh my God,
for sure. He's going to outlive everybody for sure.
Yeah,
clean and sober for 1,000,000 years, I think.
Yeah, I wish I had a wife that had talent.
Bounce ideas off of? What do you think it gets nuts? I think that probably gets nuts in that house. Just two people banging heads like that?
Well, she writes everything. Hey, we wrote this thing. No, you didn't. You came up with an idea and she wrote it. You don't know where a fucking comma goes.
That's hilarious. They're giving me the finger over here through the porthole, which we deserve, I guess. Now we're getting middle fingers here. It says she's not even that hot. Who said she's not even that hot? Did I say that?
It sounds like something you'd say.
To get Dan to focus.
What?
You said something like it just to get Dan to focus. You were kidding.
But I also couldn't see her, I kept saying. She was behind the thing. Let me take a peek. Hang on.
She's good.
Yeah, get him to come in here. Get him to come in here, Black Lou. Oh, Rich! How are you, buddy? Rich Voss is here. How the fuck did you sneak in?
If you did say she was hot, you'd get fired.
That's true.
So you can't say she's hot.
She used to walk by all the time. We've never met this girl. Black Lou couldn't wait to have an excuse to go out there and accost 2 white girls.
What's her deal? Do you know?
She works here. Jacob knows all about her. Jacob, what is it? What's her story?
Are you here, Jacob?
Jacob, yeah, what happened, buddy?
You all right, buddy?
Yeah, I mean,
that pill kicking in, dude? You all right there?
You want me to put the mic towards you?
Lou, is it Today Show Radio? I forget what channel she works for, but...
But she works here in the building.
Yeah.
And she's super hot. She's an Eagles fan, from what I understand, which is pretty
Philly
exciting.
Philly girl.
Here they come. We have to get a microphone for them.
She has green hair.
I'm not doing
She does have green. I think I heard because she's an Eagles fan.
What's going on?
Why is she going over there? She doesn't want to be anywhere near me. I really freaked this girl out.
Yeah.
Am I the one who said she's not even that hot? Did that happen?
We heard it and we had to retaliate.
Was the idea? I deserve every bit of that double Mr. Rogers fingers. Are you? What was the context of how I said that?
He just said she's.
Was I trying to get Dan to start paying attention? Because Dan was over there and awkwardly staring in there. I feel safe saying with him not being here.
Okay.
Giving it a real hard, an awkward up and down.
Yeah.
I mean, you might go to H&R for what he was doing with his eyes.
Oh, he's giving an awkward up and down.
I'm just trying.
See in there.
Exactly. That's the way
Gabby
we prefer
could
it.
see.
No, I know. You weren't able to see. We were slapping ham against the window, too. The whole thing got weird.
Oh,
Thank
it got
God.
really weird.
It got pretty dark. But yes, no, you're very, very beautiful. I wouldn't say that other than to get Dan to start paying attention again. Don't listen to us anyway. This is a room full of old men here.
Hey, speak for yourself, you son of a bitch.
I really took it personally, and
did you really?
I felt like
I've been
Mr.
consoling her
Rogers
all day.
That's
yeah,
ridiculous.
I just been like really upset about it. And
I don't think that's true at all. Also, I said many times that monitor right there was blocking you completely, so I couldn't see.
You have a little Asian in you, I think.
No,
You have
but
a little,
I get that a lot.
Did I say
get that a
Italian?
lot.
I said I'm Italian.
I'm not going to lie. She's all right.
Yeah, thank you.
No, don't go. That's Rich's game. That's where he negs you until now you start to feel bad about yourself. Then he swoops in and goes, with my help.
I like the nerd.
Oh, yeah?
I like the nerd. Yeah, she's kind of cute. I like that whole...
I'm gay. I'm gay. I don't want to get in trouble for anything.
We know.
I really love the freedom of being a guy, two guys not trying to get laid from these two chicks and just throwing it all out there.
I do. I like the little
nerd.
book. I like the little... She plays violin or the cello.
You know what's funny? That you guys say that you're not trying. If you were trying, do you think you have a chance? Look at you two.
No,
think about it. So don't say we're not trying.
I don't think I have a chance at all.
Say they wouldn't give me the time of day. Maybe say that. And
Christine's my girlfriend, so really the big insult you're laying is on her right now for being some slob who was willing to accept me.
Christine's
Christine's very ugly all the time.
Christine's very attractive, but a lot of people in life take on projects. Females.
If you think I'm Christine's project, buddy, woo! Both you girls are very, very lovely. I was just trying to get Dan to focus, but I'd say keep your eye out. Always keep your eyes on the lookout for Dan. Real creep.
Jay would be honored if either of you gave him the time of day.
Ooh.
Yes. Why do you throw me under the bus?
You would be.
You're supposed to give
Because as a girl, if you hear that you're not that cute, and then you come in talking to the guy, I'm just telling you, he thinks you're both very cute, and it was not meant to insult you at all.
Just so you know, it's shit like this is the reason why I hit Christine behind closed doors. All body work, though. No marks.
What do you guys do here?
I work for Today Show Radio.
Oh, that's got to be cool. And what do you do?
I am a lowly assistant on no show in particular.
Wow.
What are your Matt Lauer thoughts Today Show?
No comment.
What did he do? What did he do?
No comment.
What did that son of a bitch do?
Comment.
Did he keep dropping pencils and asking you to pick them up and shit?
Just every 5 seconds.
I knew it. This is our Me Too moment. We need one on the show.
He still uses pencils?
Thank you so much. You're both lovely.
Thank you.
And I don't think you're a nerd at all.
I
Unless
do.
you took that as a compliment.
I think that's a compliment. That's not a bad thing. It's a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, sexy nerd. She's both worlds.
She takes the pencil out of her hair and then she's a model.
It's like in a high school movie, like when someone takes their glasses off and you realize
me and you are trying to solve the case, and I don't even think about you, and then all of a sudden we go back to your place, and you're like, I gotta look it up, I think I have and then you're on your computer, and you take your hair down, it comes down, I'm like, oh
wow,
God, what
the...
and then you flip it back, a little Farrah Fawcett, and you're like, do you mind if I take a shower? I'm like, no. And then you go take a shower, and you fall, because there's a villain in there, and the villain's in there, and you didn't know, and then I fight him, and then I get a little bloody, but you didn't realize you're cleaning me up, but you're still naked, and you're like, oh my God, and you cover up,
think about it,
and I go, don't cover up, and you go, are you sure? And then then we do that, then we take our glasses off, but we solve the case.
What's the case? The missing meatloaf or something?
The case is apparently the guy was in my shower the whole time. I don't know.
It's a whole biometric war net thing. It's on the net, and we got the Russians are involved. And
well, ladies, sorry for the wet panties, but
Yep.
thank you so much, ladies. Guys, am I crazy, or are we all getting laid this summer?
Do you have anybody here that I could send for coffee? Who do you have?
That little nerd with the glasses.
Yeah, they should have got her to do it.
Let's talk about how Lou tried to like have a fake meeting with my wife because he wanted to go have lunch with her and take her on a date.
What?
No, not Lou.
me.
You,
Jacob.
Oh
yeah.
How
By the way,
Jacob
Jacob's
thought
fighting you.
he was going to have like a single luncheon date with my wife without me there to discuss a radio show.
Well, I'm telling you,
Great
he
to
sees
have
that
you
she's
there also.
he's Jacob's older, but slightly younger. Similar stature, in great shape as well.
No, I know he's in great shape.
Yeah.
I'm doing push-ups.
He's trying to slide in.
Yeah,
maybe.
fantastic shape.
He's
Can't even
trying to
turn
have-
his head.
I know.
He had to take a pill off of you. Yeah, you're in fucking wonderful
Yeah, I know.
shape. I could outrun you right now. I could shit on your lap and you wouldn't catch me.
A downhill race. But
Will you
how do I
stop?
get-
Listen, stop being negative.
I'm trying to be
coming
positive. I'm trying to get coffee.
You're
I'm trying
coming
to-
in the fucking
I'm trying to-
gate. Here's what you do.
I wasn't negative.
Let me say something.
I didn't want
I'm
to
gonna
get
say
in trouble
something.
with the girls.
Let me
I didn't
say
want to get in
something.
trouble.
Let me say something.
I didn't want to get in trouble.
Shut up.
Okay.
Let me say something.
I like when you yell at me.
You come in.
You know I like when you yell at me.
I know you do. That's why I'm yelling at you.
Okay, go ahead.
You come in.
I'm
and
cranky.
You come in cranky, but that's what you do every radio show. You
I
come in
can't help
cranky.
it. I'm cranky.
You can help it. Take a breath.
Okay.
Listen, breathe in the soup, blow out the soup.
It's always food.
Jesus, forget it.
You're
Forget
right.
it.
You're right. I'm sorry. I did come in a little guns.
Yeah, you come in guns blazing. Just relax.
You're right.
Well, we did whip like some, hot chicks in front of him right away.
That's not
We-
good.
You're right.
Not hot. Look at it. If you have to dye the
They
tails-
listen. They listen.
Well,
if you have to dye your hair green, all right? You're peacocking. Brooke Shields never fucking dyed her hair green or purple. No. Okay?
She was supporting the Eagles. You hate that right
No,
now.
I hate the Eagles. No,
Right
they
now
were
you
kind of
do.
hot. They were
I love
unconventionally good looking.
Those two girls?
Unconventionally.
No, I think the one was straight up just hot.
No, they were spaghetti western good looking. Like those people. Are like
Westworld robots?
Yeah, spaghetti western. Good, the bad, and the ugly. Like those people. Yeah, exactly.
They're hot when everybody smells.
Yeah, great music.
They're hot when everybody smells.
If she walked in the room, that's the music you'd hear. Is that? That'd be her ass.
I'm happy you guys both got here now because I wanted to tell. This was my trip up here. I got out of my Uber on an avenue early, not because of traffic, because I was embarrassed in front of this guy. I was listening to Howard Stern on the way up, and he was talking about some new music he heard, and that this girl he heard covered "Helplessly Hoping" by Crosby, Stills and Nash.
Yeah.
Which he goes, which is such a great song, and he started playing a little bit of hers, and I was like, oh, that is a good song. Do I know the Crosby, Stills and Nash one? And I looked it up on Spotify and listened to it, and had a complete psychological breakdown. The cat just it was 2.5 minutes. It just sent me into a blubbering, hysterical crying mess. A song. That's age, man. That's age smacking
This
me.
is the song?
You were crying?
Oh my, Rich?
You sure it wasn't your hour?
I'm positive. I switched over. I usually listen to my hour on the way to work.
Are you sure you didn't find out what Dan's getting paid? Come on, campers! That's a good one!
That's a good zingaroo.
Come on, camp! Ow!
Is there any song that sends you into...
Is that what they do? Ow! Yeah.
the campers?
Ow!
Yeah, they howl at the moon.
Listen to me. I'm starting that. No, listen.
It's a beautiful song.
It's a beautiful song, but
It's so sad.
Yeah, but you shouldn't cry.
No.
Yes.
I should go to therapy.
Maybe he's in touch with his emotions.
No, I'm not. Well, I think I am in touch with my emotions, but
He's not even in touch with his toes.
what I do, I can touch my toes. I can touch I'll battle you in a toe touch right now.
I'll do it
Bobby.
right now. Let's do it.
I can touch my toes
I'll do
without
it right now.
bending my legs.
And
not
I have to
at all.
shit. And I have to shit.
Well, then don't then.
No, let's do it. I'll
No,
fucking...
Rich has to sit very close to you. I don't want you to shit your pants.
I'm a shit in the elevator. When I got in the elevator, I dropped a pen right when the elevator took off to go up.
Yeah.
So I bent down to pick the pen up. The elevator almost pushed the shit out of my asshole. I went, ooh.
They really are spies like us, elevators too. They really just shoot you. It's like your ears pop every time. It's
like
they're so uncomfortable.
I just won the chocolate factory.
Well, you know what brought a tear to my eye? Did you see the movie, what was it called? The Miami Project or the
Florida Project?
The Florida Project. Did you see the Florida Project?
No,
Miami Project.
Well, that was
Such an idiot.
Miami
Such an
Project.
asshole.
that was part.
Was it the Jacksonville Projects?
Did you see the Florida Project?
No.
You didn't see this movie? It was.
What is it?
With William Dafoe.
Oh, God.
It was. it's a great movie. It came out this year. It's so fucking good.
Oh, it's like an Oscar-y movie.
Nothing bugs me more that when he came home from golfing and she was watching, Bonnie was watching this movie.
No, we watched them
because
together.
She probably knows the director and follows the guy and probably is and good friends with the people in the movie. And he comes up and he's like, "What are you watching?" And she's like, "It's a good movie. Just shut up." And he sits down and watches it. And that wasn't. Now he's talking about like he's the fucking
First
one.
of all, let me explain something to you.
Who got the movie? You or her?
We both got it because we got it from the Writers Guild. It was a screener. So I'm in the Writers Guild.
We all get screeners.
Yeah, we all
don't brag about that, you
No,
weirdo.
he said, who got the movie? So I said, who
That's
got
fair.
the fucking movie? I wasn't bragging about it. I just quit the Writers Guild because they want too much money. I said, I'm not a writer.
That's not quitting.
Obviously.
That's not affording.
I mean,
You fucking idiot.
You know what? I'm also going to quit my mortgage while I'm at it.
You know what? I'm
Fuck
gonna quit
everybody.
paying my ex-wife. I'm going to quit my kids.
Campers, I bet in this one show, Bob, you can have people start howling at our live shows. Why would the campers howl?
Just when I'm on, when I beat you next year, drum battle, bitch. What?
That's it? That's what we're fighting for? That's be the new mating call? The crow?
Listen, dude.
What's Florida Project about?
it takes place in Florida.
Yeah. You just cried?
It's about like a single mom that lives with her daughter. It's about the kids' view on life, and it's really, it's so good. I'm not good at explaining movies.
We know.
It's so
We're listening.
fucking,
Is there abuse or is there?
No. This little girl should have been nominated for Best Supporting Actress. She's so fucking good in this movie. Mm-hmm. And I think William Dafoe was nominated for a Golden Globe or something. But, I'm telling you, the end of this movie, if a tear doesn't come down your eye, you're not human.
Yeah, that's almost my point. I cry too easy now. That's my purge instead of going to therapy.
Yeah.
But usually I do it like in a hotel room alone on a Saturday or something.
Yeah, that's just because of your numbers. I thought Legion of Skanks was bigger than this. I have 2 radio shows. I still can't sell out.
Wow, man, that balcony is super empty, huh?
What the fuck is that Sebastian doing? Talk to me! Maniscalco! Whatever his last name is.
They curtain off the second row where I work. Did you see he was in the magazine this week in the Hollywood Reporter?
Sebastian?
Yeah. 15 million he made last year.
Yeah, he's great.
shit.
But
He's funny though.
He's very funny.
He's fucking funny.
And he's a great guy.
Don't say anything bad because DJ Lou is his right-hand man.
I think
He's funny and he's a great guy. He really is.
No, he's a great guy and very funny.
And I'll tell you why he did it too. Backdoored it.
Yes.
He's been around for a long fucking time.
He did.
And he said, you know what, fuck it. And they did a little thing on Facebook. All of a sudden you see, and everybody's like this.
That Wild West comedy tour helped huge too.
Yeah, it's fucking funny though. And he's doing the work.
No, without a doubt. No, he's funny for sure. I did Oddball with him.
Take around fucking $2 million and keep that hair. That's, Luke, tell him I said that. Look at me.
Right.
Without the hair, he's me. Listen to me.
No, he's not a failure.
In fact,
hang on one second. That was my oh my God.
I didn't know.
You really got to hit him over the head, don't you fucking old bag?
Lou actually walked out on our show earlier this week to go run because Sebastian needed a cup of coffee or something.
That's what I need.
Yeah.
He knows where the money. Good for you, Lou. I'd fucking leave right now. Stern fucking tapped on the window.
Everybody's got side gigs.
Sebastian needed his pleats fixed in his pants. He needed his pleats ironed.
Hey, where's my suspenders?
Lou, did you iron the pleats out of my pants? Why would you do that?
Hey, if I say I'm bringing back shoulder pads, I'm bringing back shoulder pads.
You're gonna have me walking around with little floppy shoulders? Why?
You tell me another comic that can wear a vest like me. Nobody. Come on.
You wanna wear a sweater? Just wear sweaters.
Yeah, but if you wear a V-neck, don't talk to me. Stay away.
You see these people wearing T-shirts under their V-necks? What do these people do?
I want you to watch my hands and then my mouth and listen last.
Listen last. Watch my hands and my mouth. Oh, shit.
Lou, get me a cup of espresso.
What am I, animal? You gonna bring me a cup of coffee?
Lou, I want the hat on your head to be small.
Make it look like a yarmulke.
You see the movie Goonies? If you put a hat on that guy's head in the basement.
Look at Junkie Jacob, everybody.
Oh, my God. Here he is. Oh, my God.
He's fucking strung out.
Why is he so depressed? Why are you walking so mopey?
He's not depressed at all, man. He's feeling nice.
He just took a pill out of fucking Jay's pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking diving boarded into his mouth off my dickhead. We have to make it creepy in here.
He put it behind the shaft, right on the helmet, right where the helmet met the shaft.
That's right there. That's the best place to hold something.
It is, because that's where the skin is a little mushy and pliable.
It's rigid, and it almost has like a sort of a grip to it.
It's got a little wall, like a racquetball, like handball, right on that helmet ridge.
Why don't we make some sort of a grip that has that texture to it and take that shit to Shark Tank? Dickhead grip.
No, dick grip.
Dick grip.
Dick grip.
Dude, check this out. And just whap a phone on the wall. Dick grip.
How many of you sharks are ready to get dick gripped? So I guess my last question is, who's ready to get dick gripped?
Yo, you ever put a pill on the top of your dick and it just sticks? Well, we took that technology and put it on an iPhone case. Dick grip.
What if I were to tell you your iPhone case can prop itself up so you can watch Netflix and flip a pill into your mouth like a dick tip?
Well, you ever have problems reading off your iPad that just won't stand up? Not with dick grip.
Have you ever like, I want to take a pill, and then you're like, I can't pull my dick out here. Dick grip.
Has your kid ever wanted to watch an iPad, but it just won't stay on the back of the seat?
Dick grip.
Take your dick, rub it in your fingers, dick grip.
Jacob, you feeling it?
You alright, buddy?
Yeah.
Why, what did you take?
Oh, he gave him a pill that looked like an everlasting gobstopper.
It's an everlasting gobstopper. Placebo effect. No, I gave him a painkiller. He's hurt.
Why? What's wrong?
He gave him a pill
He's
made
a little
of
depressed.
He gave him a pill made of a piece of Joe Rogan's brain.
What's his bone marrow?
Yeah, it's Joe Rogan's bone marrow. So, right now he's hunting.
Yeah, you could be running with deer later. Bare hand hunting. Joe Rogan, when he came out to our show.
Yeah, you can make...
When Joe Rogan came out to our show in L.A., it was funny. He's always coming.
Yeah.
Whenever I've done a show or anything, he's always coming from something super masculine.
Yeah.
Like every time when he came to the show, the Legion of Skank show we did in L.A., he's like, yeah, look what I was doing today. And it's just a picture of him like holding giant deer antlers and like a buck's head that's like 3 times the size of him. He's like, yeah, do it with a bow.
A tiger.
He wrestled it. He didn't shoot it.
Yeah.
He beat it up.
He talked logic into it until it killed itself.
He actually did a slap fight with an orangutan. I think that was. Yeah, he's the most.
Dear, you're going to be meat anyway. Why don't you just take your own life like a man?
He talked the deer to kill it.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Look at me, dear. Look at me.
It's evolution, man.
It's evolution, man. Take your own life. Be a powerful alpha deer.
Powerful.
Be an alpha deer.
Thank you.
Jump off that rock.
Because deer died with nobility. I love that masculinity. It's so gone.
Right, choke you out.
Where is that masculinity? I can't do it. I don't like to take a fish off a hook.
As soon as we started sticking shit in our ass, we lost that.
This is the truth. Today, in my downstairs where I work out and have my archery and all my shit, in the storage unit.
I'm sorry. Stop. Did you say artistry?
Archery?
Archery, yeah.
What?
I'm good at
archery.
You also practice archery sometimes?
Yeah, I bought Bonnie antlers. So, I hit a nailhead at the range. I'll show you a picture. But anyhow, in the storage unit where I got all my stuff.
Wait a minute. Did you get your bow and arrow from Marlboro Miles back in the day?
No, I spent. What happened was
Do you have like a crazy one that's like got all the sights and everything?
What are they called?
What do you call
the crazy ones with all the sights? And I know what they're called. I'm just wondering.
I don't look. I'll show you a picture.
It's
of
a compound bow.
Yes, and the other one is a regular bow. Listen. I'll show you. But anyhow, then I'll show you this, and I'll get to the story. I'll show you me shooting. There was a mouse in the trap. You know, I caught like 6 of them. And I had to have Bonnie come down with a shovel and put in. I couldn't go near it.
I believe you.
I can't go near it. It's a dead fucking
I'm the same.
mouse.
Me and Christine have run from mice together in the house before. I It's the worst thing. I don't like icky shit
or rodent, anything
at all.
I'll grab a mouse in my hand and squish it.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm a fucking man.
No, you wouldn't.
No, you
Get a
wouldn't.
mouse. Go get a mouse. I'll fucking squish it right here. What if you'll see mouse jizz come out of my knuckles?
What if a rat ran up your pant leg? I'd have a heart attack. Can you imagine?
A rat ran up between Christine's legs once when we were sitting on our stoop, and I fucking I vaulted over a car.
You left her?
Yes.
What the hell was I going to do? Choke it out?
I was
supposed to help us.
What was I going to say? Hey, fight's over here, asshole. It just ran. It just ran up.
It ran up her leg?
And it
what did you guys just got done fucking?
No, I was like sitting on a stoop that's just 2 steps.
It was drawn to the jizz.
It was hungry.
The sweat and smack in there.
Smelled your dick.
I mean, he did make a beeline.
Which smells like chicken and waffles.
He did make a beeline for her snooter. I mean, he went right at it.
Jay's dick like Questlove. It smells like French toast. He does.
It also has a pick with a fist in it.
I picked up a girl at a bar one night, and we were going to go back to my place.
And then you married her.
Yeah. We're going to go back to my place, get high. I had some, and so we're
You can say Coke. It's all right.
Yeah, that's back when I was getting high.
Sure.
I had Coke, and we're making out. And obviously, it was hot, and a fucking bat flew. I got up, pushed her out of the way, and ran out of the house.
I believe
it was every man for himself.
A bat would freak me out. I think a bat would scare me a little bit, but I still would kill it. I have no problem killing something.
But a bat could give you rabies.
I'm not going to let it get my neck.
How do you know it just won't swoop by and bite you real quick?
I'm going to fucking hit it with a shovel or a broom.
Because you always have a shovel when you're laying on bed, laying on the couch.
I do sleep with a shovel. You don't know me. I didn't know you had a bow and arrow. I didn't know you were fucking Robin Hood.
I always start.
By the way, Rich, I didn't think you said I caught 6 mice and I hit them all with arrows.
No.
I thought you were going to say it because you were talking about your eggs. I caught 6 mice and I nailed everyone with an arrow.
But why did you bring up bow and arrow?
I was bringing up the mouse, but it's down where I
keep his bow and arrow.
Look at this.
Jay, if you have a bow and arrow and you're in your 60s, you're crazy.
Look at this grouping right here.
What are you doing?
Scratch my phone.
Are you out there hunting for elk?
Look at that grouping.
Are you out there putting on horse piss and trotting around in camo?
What are you, a savage?
You're 60. You're supposed to have a favorite chair.
Go to the grocery store and go to the meat department. There's a guy who hunts it for you.
So, hey, fuckface, somebody already handled it.
I'm not going to get blood on my V-neck.
Blood on my Bruno Mollies? I don't think so.
Here's a
I want to see. I want to go archery. I want to do archery with Voss.
Do you do
2,000 arrows?
I've never done it. I want to do it.
It's so much fucking fun.
Listen. First of all, is this in your basement?
No, that one's at the range.
Where's there an archery range near you?
And why is it? Can I stop for 1 second? I'm going to say he says at the range, like it's a professional archery range.
Yes.
In the background, there's a punching bag hanging up.
Oh wait, then that one's at my house. You
set up in your basement a fucking archery range.
Yeah, I also took one out to the...
First of all, I know it's not even that far, so you clustering arrows from 5 feet away.
No, give me this. I'll tell you,
buddy.
Hold on,
it's got to be the size of this room.
From outside.
You live in a townhouse, which means you're connected to another house.
Let me show you.
Here, hold on. He's the worst.
No, this one.
You're the worst.
Maybe they're downstairs, so I've knocked down a wall. Maybe they're archery studio.
This one's in my basement.
He has a townhouse. It's probably literally 11 feet away.
No.
And he's acting like he's fucking Robin Hood.
Hey, look at this. Okay, I'll show you something, you big fucking idiot.
Whoa, why did you get it? Why would you call me that?
I wasn't. I'm sorry.
It can't be that far away.
It can't be. It can't be.
Okay, here's at the range.
You're not Batman.
Here's the range. Look at that grouping right there.
I love that it has he's actually shooting him.
Good job, Boss. You killed that paper weasel.
Listen, man.
Look at that grouping.
Dude, first of all, what?
Everyone's a heart shot.
It's okay, good for the grouping, but how far away were you? 4 feet? Okay, there you go. Exactly. No, you're not. So you're a 4-foot hunter.
They're spears. He just threw them at it.
I pushed them in. No, at the range.
We should go hunting.
I got to get a license. You got to get a license.
Yeah, you go online.
I want to go camping with you. I'll show you my car, my survival kits. I got 2 survival kits that have everything.
Buddy, I don't want to survive. I want to have fun.
No.
What the fuck is surviving?
Me and Bobby went through it. Ari Shafir was going to try to take me and Bobby out in some, like, we're going to be sleeping on rocks.
I got everything you need.
We were going to have a good time, but he wants to go drink out of a fucking puddle.
No, but I got something that purifies it.
What are you, fucking Kevin Costner in fucking Waterworld?
No,
I have a go bag too. I do have a go bag.
What's a go bag?
I have a go. It's
if you're on the go or something.
If you have to jam out.
This is why I hate Voss. I literally just joined his team, and he goes, "What's a go bag?"
Well, I don't know. You call things different. You're from Boston.
It's not a Boston thing.
Voss calls it his survival kit.
Yeah, yes, it is a Boston thing. That's what they said to the Patriots.
I have a go bag. It's a thing of lasagna, a spatula, and my mama.
Freeze-dried stuffed shells, my ma's recipe, toenail clippers.
And a girl to cook it.
I got fishing poles. I just bought a fishing slingshot.
I have a go bag that I've been creating for 2 years. I have a.
Oh, look, this one says you can just buy one already done.
That's bullshit. I got fucking
bullshit.
I got a fishing pole slingshot.
Okay.
I have a small fishing pole. Fucking, you name it, I have it.
First of all, he's not going to survive.
I am. I'm
going to tell you what.
I'm Gloria Gaynor.
I'm going to tell. I'm just Gaynor. Fat joke to myself. Ting. Ow! Listen, here's the deal. I have a real survival go bag.
Let me just what's in yours and now I'll see what's in mine.
I'm in the process. A fish slingshot?
No, I'm not, because I'm not, listen, I have a fishing rod.
Okay? So do I.
I'm not going to fucking go on a rock and try to look through water and hit like I'm Tom Hanks with a fucking soccer ball.
Go online.
Bamboo underwear?
Listen, go
shut
up, let me finish. I'll tell you what a real survival go bag is. I have a custom-made bush crafting knife, okay, with a fire starter.
So do I.
I have 2 fire starters.
So do I.
I have fat wood, okay? Go ahead, say it.
I didn't say it.
You want to say it.
I don't want to say anything. I'm not making fun of it.
It's soft but thick?
No, it's wood that is, like pine trees, when the branch dies, it becomes, almost like it becomes very, flammable. So, I bought a bag of fat wood. It helps start fires.
You know what starts fires too that I have real quick? Vaseline and cotton balls.
Okay, anyways. I have a chainsaw blade. I have a saw.
So do I.
A chainsaw blade. You don't have a chainsaw blade?
I have a saw.
I have a saw. A big saw? How big? What kind of saw?
My saw is this big.
Does it fold up?
Yeah, it folds into a saw.
Okay, so I have a saw. I have a saw.
You have a lot of flaws.
A hand saw.
I have it's a bushcraft. It's like a camping saw.
Okay.
I have tarps.
Yeah, so do I.
I have rope.
Yeah, but so do I.
What kind of rope?
I have nylon and regular rope and
nylon
or whatever. The rope.
No, that was right. Nylon was right.
I have nylon and I have the other kind of rope that
it's called paracord.
I also have the kind of rope you can hang yourself with after 4 days of realizing I'm going to die out here.
After this conversation, 2 old men are fucking expecting zombies.
I thought you guys are ready for a zombie apocalypse.
Do you have a solar heating pack that could charge your stuff?
Yes, I do.
From solar.
Yes, but I have a solar heating thing that charges your phones and stuff.
Yes, I have that.
Okay. Yes. What else? What else you got?
Do you have a water purifier?
Absolutely, of course. The first thing I got.
Do you have that?
Of course. Yes, I said yes.
Okay.
Do I have to say yes twice?
Okay. Do you have? Let me see somebody.
I also have a rucksack.
What are you guys afraid
of? A bushcraft rucksack.
What are you worried is going to happen?
Look behind you.
You think the black loser going to rise up?
Oh, you know,
look, I have the middle one.
Since Monique didn't get that special, they're getting a little.
That's the rucksack I have right there. The tent we just put on the third one.
Do you have tents?
Obviously. I just bought a tent. It's a blow up tent. It's an air tent. What?
I love those.
Guys, make your circus elephant joke.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing any of those.
You did it.
I didn't.
All right, listen.
What else you got?
I got a tent.
You got a hatchet?
Of course I have a hatchet. I have 2.
Do you have a machete?
I have a machete, yes.
Do you have a buck knife?
I have a custom bush knife.
Okay, do you have any Swiss Army knives?
And I have a buck knife.
Swiss Army knife.
And I have a Swiss Army knife.
Do you have what kind of flashlights?
I have 4 different, what? I have 4 different flashlights.
Guys. Why? Why do you have all these things?
You never know when your car breaks down after a gig.
Yeah, you gotta build a lean-to.
And you have to go live in the woods forever?
You don't know what's going on. You don't know. You don't know.
I don't know.
You keep your go bag in the back of your BMW, Rich?
Oh, do you have this? What? You know what I have? Do you have this for your car? You can put it in your back seat and inflate it, and it's a bed.
Makes it a bed.
Yeah.
No, you know what I have?
What?
I have a back seat. I don't have a bed in my back seat.
But you could turn.
You have a bed in your back. What are you and Bonnie going through some shit?
No,
but I
sit in the back seat a lot.
No, that's when he goes on his gigs. All right, no hotel, fine. I'll sleep in my BMW in the parking lot.
What else you got?
You have to be small to sleep in the back of a BMW.
I have a truck.
Nice BMW.
I have a truck. The next car I'm getting is a pickup truck because the tent I'm getting goes in the back of the pickup truck.
Do you see the tents that go
on top of the roof?
Yeah, on the roof.
That's what I'm getting.
You get one of those?
But it goes in the back of the
bed.
bed.
You don't want to sleep on your roof.
So when you guys die, your kids,
dude. First, Jay,
when you guys die, your kids are going to be like, my father was a lunatic.
How about
he was preparing for something that was never coming.
How about when they save our kids' lives?
Yeah, when we survive. Yeah. When we're fucking out and you and Christine come trotting in all muddy and shit. You know, because you had to
Bobby,
find us in the woods.
Bobby, I'm tucking my tail on this, but can I borrow some of your fat wood?
Hey, listen, you know what it's going to be like when the little rascals went camping and the two had the peanut butter and jelly, and you guys are going to come and try to eat our fucking jelly. Because I have.
Do you have an older reference?
Always have peanut butter and jelly on me. Okay. I didn't say I wasn't ready for anything.
Do you have?
Who does a Little Rascals reference?
A Little Rascal.
Their audience is 18 to 35. You fucking geezer. Lucy married with children.
I did it on. Okay.
You this guy looks like Ed Asner over here. Am I right? What's with the Ed Asner look?
You remember in the Happy Days when Richie told Fonzie?
So I'm jerking off to Gina Lollobrigida. Anyhow, let's keep going. What else do you have?
I think we've covered it all. The fact is, though, Jay.
Do you have any food in there?
You know what? No, because you know why?
Survival food.
I'll tell you. Can I tell you why?
Besides, we'll catch our own, but do you have survival food?
But now, if you had a chance to kill a deer or a squirrel, what would you do?
What would I do?
The first day out, we see a deer. What are you killing? A deer or a squirrel?
I marry the hunter. I fuck the deer. I kill the squirrel.
I'd try to kill the deer.
Yeah, you don't. That's a bad move. I'll tell you why. This is why you're not going to survive.
Just scared the squirrel.
No.
You could fuck
You're scare the squirrel by saying squirrel. Listen.
Squirrel. I don't fuck up a squirrel.
Listen, here's what I'm saying. You kill the squirrel because it's a little meat. You eat the whole thing. You can have we share it. You kill a deer, you're only going to get a couple meals before it goes bad.
Yeah, but you're going to have the skin to keep warm. You're going to cut the deer's skin.
Buddy, we have blankets. I'm not fucking killing things.
But you got to,
I'm not Jeremiah Johnson.
No, you got to kill the deer and you got to fucking skin it so you have the deer fucking skin in case you have to make boots or something.
Voss, it's almost my question is, in describing we have a similar thing there, even in deep survival mode.
Yes.
I believe I could kill a deer. I think I could pull the trigger on that happening.
We don't have guns.
But if you were go up or you pull shoot the arrow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you were learning a bow and arrow for your survival.
Do you have a bow and arrow in your trunk?
First of all, I'm going to tell you this real quick.
I'll show you my bow.
With my bush knife, my custom bush knife that I had made on Etsy. Yeah. Okay.
Jacob's 47, by the way, and he's making a lot of faces like, I got to get all these things.
Do you have a bow and arrow in your car?
I know how to. I will make a bow and arrow that will blow your bow and arrow away.
Are you crazy?
I watched 7 hours of bow and arrow making on YouTube. I am in my brain, a professional bow maker. Indian people have called me. Yes. American Indians have called me.
Native Americans.
Americans.
I have a compound bow.
They call Bobby the White Owl.
Okay, what were you saying about surviving that you would... Sorry.
Did you guys see The Road? You don't want to be the guy surviving. You and your son just running from fucking mutants every night?
I'm running. We're starting a community.
Yes. How many Z-Packs do you have?
No.
What? How many Z-Packs?
Z-Packs?
Yeah.
You mean
antibiotics?
Yeah, I don't have any. You know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Do you know why? Because my community that I start is going to be free of disease.
You're going to get the wimps out.
The wimps are dying.
Oh, what happens?
Yeah.
Oh, this leaf is going to make you shut your eyes up?
In this room right now, let's go through. I want to go through.
Sure.
Who does what? If right now the world ends, who is what?
in the community.
Now, Christine, you're everybody's. Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, you got to share.
Dicing her up.
You're gonna have to share.
Yeah.
All right, not with everybody, but with the.
Well, she can't come unless it's 3 guys anyway.
So
that's just the pain I got to live with.
That's you and him.
Yeah, you can be me and Jacob. Yeah, it's kind of, she's like an elevator. She has like a certain weight limit. You can dice it up however you want to. She can do 450 pounds. You can get 3 Asians, 4 Asians, maybe.
You can get a J and a Bob. You can get a Dan, a Rich, and a J.
Jay and
2 Lou's and a Jacob can jump in there, I'm sure. She's sturdy. She's sturdier than she looks, guys.
Lou, Jay, Bobby's arm. So what else?
Wow, you really just ruined it. We had a good chuckle on the.
You did have a good one. I got greedy. I got greedy.
You're greedy.
I'm greedy.
Let's all think about what we're going to be when we're going to take our first commercial break. And when we come back, we'll break up who's going to be what in this zombie apocalypse. Jacob is going to be the drug addict. That's what I feel is coming from him now.
Yeah, like on Lost. Remember the one on Lost?
I know what Jacob's going to be, and it's not what you think.
He's going to be flying high, baby.
I think Lou's Lookout. He's good at Lookout.
He is indeed. But we'll be right back. We'll take our first break, and then we're going to assign all of our positions for the zombie apocalypse right here on the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, it's a trippy day for Jacob on the Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson. Dan Soder's off taping Billions, but sitting with us. He's going to be at McGuire's in Long Island March 2nd and 3rd, and then at the MGM in Las Vegas March 12th to March 18th. It's Rich Voss joining us. For tickets to all of his shows, go to richvoss.com. And also Robert Kelly, who's going to be at the Mystic Lake Casino in Minnesota March 2nd and 3rd. And then a comedy on the Carlson in Rochester. Super fun club.
Yeah.
That's March 9th and 10th. For tickets for that and all of Bobby's shows, visit robertkellylive.com. It's so fun here. Yeah, I gave Jacob half a painkiller, but he's not a drugs guy at all.
I'd rather take a French fry you took out of your pocket.
I know you would.
Than a pill.
Of course you would.
Than a pill.
Why do you have painkillers?
Why do I own them?
Were you in pain that you had to have painkillers?
Yeah, I always keep them around my back. My back gets pretty bad sometimes, but I also have to go to a doctor for it. And I also don't take any of them obsessively in any way at all.
Yeah.
I also watch Intervention pretty much every day and watch how that can go. So
that's how I watch Naked and Afraid. That's why I put my backpacks together.
In case you gotta be naked and afraid. You always keep your dick sort of semi-hard so you don't have to be embarrassed.
That's what I say. Like, the first time I would meet her, I'd have to have a hard on. I go, look, it's not going to be like this the whole time.
But this is how it gets.
I just don't want to walk. Like, my dick hard is nice. Soft, I have to put a towel around myself.
First impressions are rough, yeah.
So on that show, I would do that show if I could just walk up to her hard.
This would be the first scene as I come out naked. You'd hear the camera guy go. That's how smart. I call it a pud.
What's your? Do you have a price for public nudity or
There's
on
not
film?
one. Listen, I would have to. First of all, it'd have to be around 20 million because I'd have to quit the business. I'd literally.
Yeah. I would raise that money.
I would burn. I would have to get rid of all phones, all social media. I would not have a computer for the next 20 years.
I did a shirt off commercial that never came out. Thank God. Cause when I was done it, I hated that.
Shirt off. I did. I did on Marin, and I. This is the funny thing about fat guys. The writers love writing shirt off.
I pushed back on that on Z-Rock and didn't do it.
Yeah.
They wanted me to come out in a diper or something, and one thing I was like, nah,
on Marin's podcast, why did you take your shirt off?
That's the only way I could get on.
I was trying to get you comfortable.
Yeah, I'll give you. I'll just take your shirt off.
I would take my shirt off. I wouldn't get naked.
On his TV show. He had a TV show.
I know.
And I had to, I was like, hey, is there any, I think it'd be funnier if I had like a, wife beater on.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it'd be funny to see a fat guy with no shirt walking down a street in L.A.
I think that's such an insulting thing to you as like someone who's funny. You're like, I'm funnier than just, look, my fucking tits are hell.
Yeah.
I hate that, but they do. Yeah, they will.
Do it.
I don't go to any auditions also ever that come that they're like
say fat,
slovenly fat, whatever. I'm like,
I was in an audition with a woman and she goes, fuck. And I was like, what's wrong? She goes, can't they just give her a name? and it just said "fat lady."
Oh,
it's like, can't you just call her Kathy?
We watched a movie the other day. That's got to be rough for women. There's a lot of women in movies, and I never see a scene where the obvious joke is how fat someone is.
Yeah.
That I don't think about the actress, and I'm like, wow, man, you had to go in for like, isn't it funny because this one's gross? Like, that's got to be weird.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, but I don't consider you fat.
Thanks.
No, you're a big dude. I mean,
I'm definitely fat though, but no, I think I'm a tall person. Thank God.
Well, yeah, but
what the fuck are you saying?
No, Bobby, we're talking right now.
I'm talking.
We're talking fitness.
See,
Wait a second.
I think but I think you could cut up real quick in the gym if you did a lot of reps.
You've never seen him cut up ever.
Never.
I think he cut up.
Funny,
I'm not. This has nothing to do with you, Mr. Self-centered.
When I did CrossFit, I got a decent shape, but decent. But yeah, I didn't get thin in any way. But I got in pretty good shape. But I think that's what fucked my back up completely. I know Bonnie does that. It's crazy.
That fucked her head up. But here's the thing: that fucking CrossFit cult that she's in.
Well, it is. They are the CrossFit that I used to go to. Carla, my ex, still knows the people and stuff from it. And she's there's been both guys who owned it were married dudes who were in another CrossFit we were in, and they decided to start their own, and we went over with them because they started their own to support them. And before you know it, both of them are fucking girls in the class. Yeah. Their families are falling apart. It's crazy shit. It really is. And everything they want you to do a barbecue at this weekend, and we're all planning to go out to whatever and only drink tequila because it's carb, whatever, or vodka, whatever. It's very odd shit, man.
That's what Florentine's wife. He met some dude in CrossFit
and left him for a CrossFit coach.
And he's fucking lucky in life now. He's
what?
But no, he's happy
lucky in life.
He's lucky. He's happy.
Well, he's happy because he has to be, but I'm sure he would if he had a choice.
Yeah,
if she went, hey, I'm going to join CrossFit, and he was like, no, don't, so we can stay together. I'm sure.
No, but here's the thing: if someone's going to like that, if someone's going to do that, you're going to do it whether it's CrossFit or...
You don't know that.
There is some funny though, it's well, yeah, I guess I started dating since we broke up, and you see the guy, he's just doing fucking muscle ups, on a street sign or something. You're oh, I guess I can't fight him.
Yeah, you can't. That's something.
Listen, I've been cheating on you with a guy who's much scarier and violent than you are. Oh, okay, well, is he good at dodging arrows? Because I gotta is he good at running more than 10 feet away from me? Where I'm a marksman.
Tell him to put an apple in his head and meet me out front.
We're gonna go play Aaron Burr.
I don't think he would want that though, boss. I think he would probably be like, oh,
yeah. Well, I mean, everyone wants their marriage to stay together. But when I got my first divorce, we got along great after we were divorced. We've always been friends, and my second marriage is right now probably better than my first marriage. That's lasted, we've been together over 12 years. Mm-hmm. So some things work out for the best. That's all. It's God's will.
Talk about a cult. What's going on? Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying you are where you're supposed to be when you're there.
Jacob's freaking out.
Well, listen, I say ideally.
His God, not yours.
Ideally, my daughter, me and her mom would be together, living in a house together still, but, Carla wanted another baby. I didn't want to have any more kids, and she has another baby, which is great. You know what I mean? That baby's awesome. So yeah, it does all kind of work out. Is this all, were you bringing up CrossFit injuries? These are wild videos, man.
What is I can't watch this.
Just CrossFit fails.
Don't worry.
I'm
not worried.
Bobby, stay calm. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't grab your go bag yet. This isn't one of those situations. Stop blowing up your tent.
Oh, that's nothing.
No. There's paralyzing
The
ones.
one I had up was a guy that did the snatch and got paralyzed.
What do you mean? What's the snatch?
Why
would you?
I know what a snatch is, but what's the snatch? And
no, these are fails. Do injuries.
Oh no, I can't watch it.
Oh fuck!
I can't watch injuries. I can't watch people getting injuries.
Really? That's what
I can't watch that.
You ever see the one where the guy tried to pull and Everything came out of his ass. His rectum fell out of his ass.
Prolapsed asshole?
Yeah. You see the whole thing just blow up.
That almost happened to me in the elevator.
You prolapsed your asshole in the elevator?
Imagine if I prolapsed my asshole in the elevator and you guys found, where's Bobby? His asshole's in the elevator.
Sorry, guys, I wanted to come in. My heart was in it.
There's an ambulance. You have to have a fucking bed for my asshole and me.
Can you find the one where the guy's rectum comes out of his ass?
Why would you? You can't.
Because I want to get hard.
You want to come?
It is. Well, it's CrossFit's problem is it asks you. They show you perfect form for 15 minutes of the class to start the class every time. And then they go, now, if you're not a faggot, you're not going to be in last place, and everyone's got to do this in 8 minutes. So it's like, then you start rushing, and you don't want to be the fatso. You know, at the end of CrossFit, because it is that cultish weird thing about it, it's an amazing workout thing, but they wanted you, I used to yell at them to stop, because if you're the last person, you're doing like, I gotta do 25 more sit-ups before I'm done. Everyone in the class can't leave, so they have to stand in a circle around you and cheer you. You feel like fucking Lucas. You're like, please everyone stop. Like, stop watching me do this. I hate it.
Yeah, it's terrible. I would never work out like that. I would never work like that.
I don't think...
I had the CrossFit coach tried to like alpha dog me one time, like put me in, started like choking. It was really weird.
He choked you?
But there was like a playful, that I didn't instigate, but there was certainly like a beginning of a playful like wrestling thing, which was already odd. It just felt very like, what are we doing? This is very like, two dogs hanging out in a kennel. Yeah. And then you got the thing where he started playing a little bit rougher, and like I think I just sort of like picked him up a little bit, like, and then he started like choking, like for real. And like when I got him off, they pulled us apart because it was
really.
Oh yeah, it got weird quick.
I think Joe List and Mark Norman do that before each podcast, right? Don't they try to alpha male,
alpha dog each other.
They would. Hey, but I'm going to choke you out.
I hate that. Some of those guys are just like, "What's up? You want to go? You want to fight right away for something?" Like, what? This isn't really a fight.
The body's instructor's a karate guy too.
Yeah.
Like he's a fucking
So if she leaves you for him, you just gotta eat that shit.
No, man, I get to fucking go play golf every day with I get go buy my RV and shit.
Voss is 2 blocks away with a sniper thing on his bow.
But do you understand Voss's dream right now is an RV? Did you hear this? He wants a
small RV, a small one, not a big one, not a big one.
I know, we know.
A small one.
We know your bank account. It's gonna be small.
No, I got a decent bank account, but I want a small RV.
He wants an RV, he wants to do...
The one that connects to the back of your car?
No, it's like the van RV.
He wants to tour by himself in an RV.
With my golf clubs and just bounce around, do some one night.
You know what that's called? That's called retirement. What the fuck are you talking about?
You're supposed to do it with a tour bus or something.
No, that's no fun.
That's the most fun.
No, I don't want a tour bus. I just want something on my own so I can just drive.
That sounds so lonely.
No, that's even too big. More of
too big.
More big. The
How
van.
small are you, Voss?
The van ones. You ever see the van conversion vans?
But that's not you just want like a place to lay your head down. What about like?
No, but they have.
Don't you want to watch TV or anything?
They have them with kitchens and everything in the vans.
Not smaller than that.
Yes, they do. Nice ones. They're like 80,000.
What I look at them all the time. What are you talking about? Like that?
Yes. Look at that. Go to the inside of that fucking van right there.
What do you want to solve crimes?
No.
By the way, it says one solution for cheaper retirement. That's what the heading of the article
That fucking
is.
thing. Can you imagine having that? How fucking nice that is.
You should get that and then like wrap it with your face. On your website.
Yeah.
And this tour of the country.
RichVoss.com. Yeah, it's great. When I was,
sell bow and arrows after your show.
When I did the Insomniac tour, the East Coast stuff I did with Attell, he had that. He was so uncomfortable with that, just being in there with the whole bus wrapped with his picture. It was so uncomfortable for him.
That's a van. That's the inside of a van. How fucking nice is that?
When I did Tourgasm, Dane was like, we're going to have our names, all our names on the bus. And we showed up and it was just Dane Cook. And like,
Did he really tell you that? He said that there was going to be all those names?
And then we were like, where's our names? He's like, oh, they're coming. They're doing it again. So around 3 days into the tour, he goes, guys, let's go. And we all walked to the back of the bus, and there was our names in 12-point Helvetica on the back of the bus. Dane Cook, Gary Gellman, Robert Kelly, and Jay Davis, like this big.
That's fucking fantastic.
All right, there you go.
That's so funny.
I'm surprised he took the bus with you guys. I thought he would get on the bus and just hop on the plane.
It was funny because we were all supposed to be in the beds, the bunks. And the back was supposed to be like a lounge.
But if it's a Star Lounge, they put the bed in it.
Oh, he made them fucking star it up. He had a nice
it's a whole different kind of thing. Like, that's almost saying, did he come back with I didn't know what kind of bus it was going to be? Because it could be, it could be the 12 bunks.
Yeah.
Or you can make it, for you guys, be like 4 bunks, the big bunks.
It was the 4 bunks and then the Star Lounge. He had
well, not 4, 8 bunks it would be.
Which, I mean, look, he deserves it, but...
Sure, but I think it's more, if I was in that position, and I know at the age he was in that position too, there's still something like why the back... I did a bus with a back lounge, and I've been on the ones where somebody is in the back lounge.
Yeah.
The ones that I've been on where there's a back lounge like that, like that's just more because everyone hangs out in there, and if everybody like smokes pot, you can smoke. You know what I mean? Like it's just like a fun bullshit TV. There's a table you could like play shit.
Well,
video
none of us.
games.
Here's the thing: none of us drank. None of us used drugs.
Sure,
we all had girls. We were being filmed. I mean, I remember one night the bus driver.
Video games or something back
there?
We
had video games, but they were in the front.
Did they have any workout equipment in there?
No. They actually had a bow and arrow. Set up so you could shoot on the bus.
I would do that.
Of course you would. I remember one night the bus driver literally he goes like this. He goes, you fucking queers. I go, what? He goes, I thought I've been doing rock and roll for years. I finally took this comedy thing. I thought it was going to be crazy. All kinds of teenage girls and pussy everywhere. You fucking assholes drink milk and have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and go to bed at 12. Then you want to stop at a Walmart to get socks and fucking underwear.
Good
He's the guy. He goes, you want to see some crazy shit? I go, what? He goes, Google nice puss, bad foot. So I Google it. I have my computer where I used to smoke up front with him like at 3 a.m. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. It's probably not up there anymore.
What is it?
It's the worst. He goes, he started laughing hysterically. Nice puss, bad foot. There was a chick who got her leg blown off, but the guy who took the photo took it so you could see her pussy over the gown at the hospital, so you could see her pussy. And it was really nice, but her leg was off. Oh.
Why was he showing you that? That was how he's showing you how hardcore it normally is.
Yeah, he's like, that's funny.
He's showing you what humor was.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to go back and
all the music things I did were with no one who really. But the crew guys always were the partiers.
Crew the best, aren't they?
But those are the guys who like really kind of party and go hard. Like I didn't either on any of the tours. Really, I was.
What tour are we on with Attell?
Well, no, the Attell tour was very well. We only did like 4 or 5 cities with him, and that was very timid. We always do the shows, go to the hotel, and like leave. Yeah. He wasn't really hanging out and partying too much at the time, but he was still drinking at that time. But no, then when I went on tour with the band Korn, which is so funny, it's almost up as like a joke in our house, even though it is cool. But you were saying about the names on the bus, like the Korn poster from when we were in Vegas. It's like Korn real big with like their logo and his whole thing. And then even like the band guys were the guys that opened up my special, actually. Those, like their band 2 Cents is like pretty big. And then the bottom, it's so light that it's in thin, like, cursive writing. It's like,
English writing.
It's like posted by Big J. Oakerson. It's like you have to get on it. Yeah, somebody did it with a feather.
Korn was on their own separate bus, and you were with what?
I was on a production bus. There was only 4 of us on that tour. That was fantastic. The best. Korn, each guy, the main 3 guys had their own buses.
I think everybody should do a bus tour. Comics, fuck flying.
I hate flying, and I love a tour bus.
Oh, my God.
As long as you got to go to hotels at points.
Well, yeah, like if you go to Vegas, you jump in a hotel.
Yeah.
Maybe Chicago, big cities, but the small little, stay on the bus, plug that fucker in.
Yeah.
And
you have satellite TV.
There's not a better night's sleep I had than being on a tour bus. The thing just rocks you.
When it's moving, it's great.
Oh, it's great. The only thing that sucks is that when it's all the guys, the fart smell.
Yeah.
When they had to come in, the camera crew came in the morning, there was one guy that went in with a towel wrapped around his face and a thing of Lysol. Because the fart, the gas, what'd you say? The gas.
Well, you don't shit on the bus. That's like...
You can't shit on the bus.
Why not?
Because it's a tank.
Yeah.
So it'll make the whole bus smell, and then the guy has to go clean it out. We was a Jägermeister sponsored tour, and the guys in my production bus were trying the... well, they weren't all trying to fuck them, but some of them were trying to fuck the Jägermeister girls after every show, because they're hot chicks.
Yeah.
And they'd invite them all on the bus. And they brought one girl on the bus, and it was so funny to see a smoking hot chick whose whole life is rooted around her being hot.
Right.
She had to go to the bathroom, and no one said anything to her, and she took a shit and it was like a real problem on the bus, and everyone knew it was her. And man, I don't know why I enjoyed that so much.
She went from a fucking 9 to a 4.
No, she went from a 9 to a now will fuck me 9. Hey, shit girl, I don't mind. I can see from the paper and the thing, you clean yourself pretty good.
See, I, as a claustrophobic person, I couldn't.
You could never do it.
I could do it for a couple days, maybe. I just couldn't do it.
It's like sleeping in a coffin.
I know. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but if they have you have your own TV, you got a little curtain.
I've been on a million.
The mattress is amazing.
Yes,
Did you ever smack it around your bunk?
What, jerk off?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question, Jay. Fine question. I don't remember jerking off on the bus.
Yeah.
I think I used to go, cause we'd go to the venue and shower there. I think I jerked off in the shower.
What do you mean?
Which is nothing to me hotter than being at like a big venue, having your own dressing room with those big fucking like a big shower that you see in a porn movie.
Oh, see, I end up going. I would shower at the venues, but even like the good dressing rooms tend to have shitty showers in them and shitty bathrooms.
I jerked off in just large showers.
You bring
the whole team, hockey team was. And it's just me, my legs spread.
Those big like team showers you go.
Oh, just a team shower. Me with my legs spread over the drain. Oh yeah. Someone could come in at any second.
Do you wear flip flops on the road? You bring flip flops?
You know what?
You have to.
I didn't, and I got fucking toe fungus.
You did.
You're lucky you didn't get the first time I ever did it.
Staph infection.
Well, no, the one where it's what's it, jock itch? It ultimately becomes, or what the fuck's it called? Lotrimin. You got to put on AIDS.
Yeah,
got AIDS.
No, the
athlete's foot.
No, it looks like ringworm almost. But it's just fucking,
I got that.
It gets like on your. It's like from pulling it off your foot with your underwear. I also now. I never put on my underwear before I put socks on first.
Wow, that's a good trick.
It's a really good trick.
Why? Say it again.
Doesn't pull anything, because that when you get shit like that, like between your legs, because it's like a warm, moist place for awful things to happen. When you put your underwear on, if your feet touch your underwear, you'll drag it right up your leg.
Oh, okay.
And I end up getting a burning between my thigh, which I thought was just plain old fat shit that happens.
Fat shit. Yeah.
I thought it was fat shit, and then I looked and it was like, no, it was like a problem. And I went to a doctor. I mean, you put like cream on it for 3 days, but it sucks, and that's from taking like public showers. And I never. When you're saying the road, but I did the shower shoes and stuff when I go on those tours, because I know I'm going to be in the venue showers, but I never, ever, put shower shoes on in a hotel, ever. I just go for it.
Wait, say it again, you never...
In hotels, I don't.
I do.
Do you really?
Fucking bath, I just
do stuff, I spray Tenactin on my feet I'm a very creamy rituals,
I gotta start getting rituals.
Guy.
My toenail looks like a fucking Frito chip.
My problem. My kid has a rotten toenail. It's rotten because my wife took her and she had a...
She has a rotten dad, too.
Yeah.
There's no cream for that, though, is there?
She had a pedicure on her foot.
Yeah.
And now her toe's rotten, and she's got to take medicine.
Yeah, no, because you know why? They don't clean those little things. Yes. When you go to those little Asian spas and they don't clean the back. So 9 chicks.
You're dragging other people's toe crud.
They don't clean them. And now they put bags in them. They'll put a bag in it and okay, cool. And they'll take the bag out, put another bag in. But yeah, I got toe fungus. I think the first time I got toe fungus, because I've had it twice, was from one of those, because I was going pedicures, that stage of life where you're like, I don't care.
I can't.
You can't do a pedicure?
I could do a manicure. I would never do a pedicure.
We did one here, and I can't let people touch my fingernails and toenails. It's making me weird now. It's just one of my weird,
My wife gives me pedicures.
She was an esthetician.
Every once in a while, she'll fucking give me, a spa night. I call it spa night.
Oh, God.
She used to give you facials and stuff, too, because Carla used to always talk about how great your skin is.
Yeah, I used to get facials. She doesn't give them, I don't get them that much, but she used to give me facials.
Now she takes all the facials. Oh!
And I wish she took a fucking facial.
I went to get a
no more facials?
Oh, no, dude. Because I got a having the 4-year-old flat,
I went to get a facial.
God forbid something happens and all of a sudden she's going to run out with him to the hospital with a load on her eye. Yeah.
That's a World Star Hip Hop video right there. There'll be no shame. Homegirl going out with nut up all on her face.
Being in an emergency room. My son stopped breathing. What's in your eye?
Yes.
Somebody looks like a homeless guy spit in her eye.
Bum spit.
Oh, I wish I could reach the eye. I was getting a facial once. I had whatever, and the girl's giving me a massage. I'm like, hey, to the face. Like, I don't like to be touched.
By a woman?
by any stranger, she's massaging my neck and this and that. I'm like, come on, what are you doing? It's supposed to be on the face.
She's trying to fucking relax you.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't
weird.
like it. I don't like it.
When I get my eyebrows done, if they work my neck a little bit, I don't complain.
You like that? I don't like that shit. Don't touch me. I don't like it.
Sometimes you go, they do a little extra stuff. Yeah, a little extra head massage and stuff.
You do?
There was a place downtown near the World Trade Center. It was a guy salon where it was back when I had hair. You got a haircut, you got a massage, and they fucked with you too. But it was all regular chicks. Like it wasn't like a...
Really?
It was all regular girls.
How were they American?
American, yeah, like chicks you'd meet at a fucking bar.
How would
this was back in the day. Remember back in the day when you'd read in the magazine, the Village at the back, and you'd find people before the internet.
Sure.
Yeah, this place downtown. It was like a men's place. And you go in, you get a massage, you pick the girl, and she fucking jerks you off. And while you're in the chair,
been in that place before, but it's never been American girls.
They gave you food and whatever you wanted to drink. And it was really fucking...
What did that cost?
Like 1950s. I had a coupon.
Wow, printed off the internet or something?
No, these two girls who, what they did is they went to businesses, solicited them for coupons, and they would go out and promote their places, new places, and give these coupons, sell them. So they'd sell them to the people, and they'd get a discount. So if it was like a $200 thing, they'd sell it for $100. They'd make the money, or whatever. They'd split it with the people. But these two girls I was banging. And two little thin, like, actress girls.
You were fucking them, you said?
I used to fuck them all the time.
Wait.
You met at that place?
We would go back to their apartment and we would just fuck.
You had to pay them? Did you have to pay them to fuck them?
No, I was fucking smoking hot.
Yeah,
how far back are you going?
When I moved to New York.
I love that, by the way. I've never known the beauty of, I've never pulled a stripper in my life. I've never. I even watched. I even watched the Telepolish strippers before, and they knew who he was when he went in, and they were excited. And like he left maybe once or twice ever. Did a girl try to or leave?
That's how I got into the Boston. Remember Masavia? We used to. I was hanging out. And one night, these two girls came down. I said, "You want to go hang?" And he was like, "Cool." We went to an underground. Back in the day in New York, they'd have underground clubs, like a bar. It was someone's apartment. They would set up a bar. You'd go up and just be in somebody's apartment, but they didn't live there. They just rented the place, had a bar Friday and Saturday nights till the sun came up. So you'd just be in somebody's living room hanging with these chicks. Me and Mo were there with these girls making out.
Random girls that were just there.
These two girls that I was banging. And we hung out. We made out. We were switching. Then we went back to their place. We fucking, he fucked her. I fucked her. And then we switched. And then me and Mo the next day went and got breakfast. And then like that week he just started putting me up at the Boston.
What was he packing?
I got Gina Savage into a show I was doing at the Hammerstein Ballroom. That's what got me into the Boston Comedy Club.
It's weird. Pussy power.
Yeah.
I blew Jason Steinberg. That's what got me into
But those girls
That's what got you the audition.
Yeah, that was back in the day when you could fuck. There was no hashtag Me Too's.
Yeah, remember the good old days.
Good old days.
We're hanging out with Robert Kelly and Rich Voss, everybody. We're going to take our next break. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire. Hey there, campers. We're starting a new segment on the Bonfire. What are you banging to? We're asking listeners to send us video or audio of you getting it on. Gay, straight, twosome, or threesome. We don't care, but it must have a movie or song in the background. I am your father. Don't make it easy. We don't want to guess it right away. And no foreign films, please. We're average Joe movie buffs here. Whatever it is, let us find out. That was all capitals.
So make sweet love, campers, and play a movie while you're doing it.
Send your video or audio clips to the Bonfire at SiriusXM.com. The Bonfire at SiriusXM.com.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, as Heroin Jacob walks out of the room. It's the Bonfire, everybody. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Big J. Oakerson, hanging out with Rich Voss, Robert Kelly, Dan Soder's off doing billions. Man, Jacob, huh? I think it's the first time he's ever taken a painkiller. It's the first time ever he's taken one?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why I said a quarter.
I was so jealous of how he was feeling.
Yeah, he really changed his life in an hour.
Yeah, but I know it's weird when you're, like, I don't think it took a painkiller, but you would think if you're in pain that you wouldn't get high from it. It would just stop the pain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like anxiety medicine, if you take anxiety medicine, it just calms you down.
Sure.
But if people don't have anxiety, I would imagine it got them high.
Well, people people do Xanax. I never understood Xanax at all. I understand only painkillers at all because they definitely work. It does the thing. It just makes you feel like it numbs you out for a little bit.
But he looked high as hell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was tatered, for sure. Without a doubt.
You trying to kill me?
No, why?
You just gave me a corn muffin with no liquid.
Well, what am I fucking... I brought you, said get you something to eat. You got liquid in front of you. Okay?
I'm gonna die. In my mouth.
Bobby, you want to wax some iced tea?
I need some. Dude, I'm gonna fucking die. My mouth is just sucking all the water out of my mouth.
Suck your tit. I don't fucking know.
Your head's caving in.
Oh my God, that's so fruity and delicious. What the fuck is that?
Diet peach snap iced tea.
Jesus Christ. That's so fruity and delicious.
It's gonna kill me.
Mario Cantone would be like, yes, come here. Sorry, nothing.
Christy, I was
fruity and delicious.
It's funny to say about drugs, like, Christine, she doesn't hate it. She's warming up to it more, but I do make her watch Intervention in a bizarre amount. This is like, I'm on a kick with that show lately, so I watch a bunch of it and then I'll get over it and find another show. But, it hits her in some way, but, I watched her watch somebody do crack this morning, and she goes, it really is the best.
Like crack?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. I got a million shit, but one time we're doing crack. Me and one of my best friends in life, who I grew up with. So we pull up. I mean, he takes a big hit off the pipe. I mean, humongous. Lets it out. Opens the car door and falls on the ground out of the car.
While it's moving?
No, we're apart. So, my first thought was, he's fucking dead.
Sure.
And now I got 3 extra vials of crack.
Really?
Yes.
Were you really like the rest is mine now?
Yeah, I'm going to take it and get the fuck out of here.
And he was a good friend of yours.
One of my best friends.
It just put you in that zone. But somehow you were doing comedy in between that.
Well, I only did crack. I started comedy, and I was smoking freebase. I was only doing comedy 2 or 3 years, so you can't really say I was doing...
Still, though.
I mean, after
Christine did crack and only did crack. Yeah. She had nothing else going on.
No, but we did... I mean, there was comics I would drive up to, Harlem and this and that, and cop, and do it with, Otto or some other people that have passed.
Really?
Bob Woods, yeah. Just once in a while.
But you were able to find other comics did crack.
Freebase. Yeah, it was fucking...
Freebase. That's smoking powder cocaine, right?
No, it's crack. It's the same thing.
Okay.
Now, did you have like a weed guy? Like have your own pipe?
No,
did you have custom pipes made from like a dude in Vermont?
No, yeah. I bought it from fucking Cheats after shows. No,
I'm asking you a real question. No, was it just a pipe?
No, you get a stem.
Let me just ask, can I finish the fucking question?
Go ahead.
You yammering fucking crackhead.
Listen, 32 years clean last week. Go ahead.
I got 30-3.
I know.
I beat you.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, one day at a time.
No.
I've always done things in moderation. I've never really had a problem.
I just want to ask you
fucking social user jerk off. Shut the fuck. Yeah, you did you did briskets in moderation too. Shut the fuck up with your stupid moderation.
Turns out one brisket is still too much brisket for one person.
Yeah, you're the poster boy for moderation.
Yeah. Oh God, with the fucking chains and the gloves.
Good decisions, everybody.
I know.
Here's the staying off drugs. Only do drugs when you're hanging out with friends every once in a while.
Fucking queer cries in an Uber.
Yeah.
This day started with me bawling in an Uber.
I can't open up on Legion of Skanks or the Bonfire, but I can with you, sir.
I cannot bring that information to Legion of Skanks for sure.
I hope you do. I hope they play it the whole time.
The song?
Just
see if I melt.
I just see you bobbling.
Yeah. No, in the environment, it wouldn't catch me now, but man.
See a bunch of fat guys with black shirts ready to beat you up. Why is that fucking queer crying? Blah, blah.
So, yeah, no, I didn't have a pipe, my own pipe.
Yeah, but did you throw I've always wondered this about crack addicts. I just want to get to the question. I'm sorry for taking so long. Do you throw the pipe away? Is it like
yes. It's gone because you smoked
But do you get a pipe? Do they give you a pipe?
No, it's a stem. When you go buy heroin, they don't throw you a needle. It's
Thank you, Lou.
Can I have a
Bobby
Whatever, I
Rich,
don't
look at the screen.
I don't want to talk about the
Those
stem.
are them.
What is that?
They're Rosetta
The stem.
bottles. They sell them at gas station stores, and they pop off, and you put Brillo pad in them, and they become crack pipes.
Right,
That's
baby roses.
So those are crack pipes. Anytime you see rose in a bottle,
That's
they're
all
crack pipes.
That's all they're for.
That's all they're
Are
for.
you
Nobody
kidding
wants
me?
to buy tiny roses.
I have before. I bought tiny rose for people as a little tiny rose before.
That's
I bought it for my
hilarious.
wife.
They're 100% crack pipes.
Coming back from
That's
fucking
why she
Uncle
goes-
Vinny's one night. I stopped at a fucking golf.
That's why she does crack.
Hilarious.
How'd I get? I called Dino.
Now she's doing crack. Your wife's doing crack.
I swear to God, I bought Christine. I bought those for my wife. I bought one coming home. I didn't know that was a crack pipe. But let me ask you, settle down, you crack addict. I'm
Before
talking
you
to the
bite
other.
that, I'm going to help you.
I'm talking to the other crack addict.
Break off the ends of those pretzels. That's what the people touch when they go in.
Okay, I just want to ask you a question. See how there's
eat the
glass
ends.
on the end?
Yeah, go ahead.
Is there glass on the end of it?
No, they pop
it's
off.
glass.
The two ends pop off.
So you what do you put in
you
it?
take Brillo pad, like the
Brillo
same
pad.
stuff you would use to
But not
keep
with
mice
soap.
out.
Not with soap.
Not with soap.
Here's what you do. Relax. You take,
Let the professional
back
crack
in the
addict talk.
day,
How long were you an addict?
a drug addict or smoke crack?
Crack.
Probably I lasted 3 years on
Is there
it.
a difference?
There's crack. Christine's 2 months.
Yeah, but I know how to smoke it.
Here's what it was. Back in the day, you get a little stem like that.
Do we have
They
some
sell
story
stems.
time music for this fucking
No.
crackhead story?
You're the one who fucking asked me.
But something regal.
Don't break off the ends. That's the one where people touch them and they grab inside.
Suck it, Bobby.
I don't give a fuck.
So, and then they had these little screens. You would bunch up the screens and put them in.
Shut up, Rich. This happened. This is happening for real.
Look, he's got crumbs all over you.
Keep going.
No,
seriously.
I don't like talking about it. It's just not, it's just war stories.
Does it really bother you to talk about?
No.
No.
Can you?
I don't want people to think that I'm fucking glamorizing it when it's not in any way.
I don't think you're glamorizing it at all. But I've always been intrigued by the people I think who've stayed like clean, the best that I know, and like family members or whatever who are drug addicts, are people who don't reflect on it as just like some monster. They don't they still kind of remember oh yeah, it's almost like I don't worry about Christine falling back in the crack because Christine is willing to at least go oh no, it's awesome. She's like, it's really awesome. It's just you can't, it kills you.
Well,
it's terrible.
Here's the thing for me too. When I did crack or freebase, I didn't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
Right here, what I'm wearing on my hand and arms would kill me. This is, you know what I mean? I'd sell this watch and I would die. The money that this is worth. The money I have now, I would last. Cause the progression's there in my body. I can't socially use anything. There's no social using in my life. So, I take that one hit, I'm back out to the race. There's all my clean time. Fuck it, I might as well go get high. And boom, back right
It's
out
the
to
same thing as with cigarettes where you're like, well, man, because you're like, well, I've already ruined the day almost. So you're like, well, I might as well just do more crack tonight, and then tomorrow we'll start fresh. And then the next day you're like,
I've already
might as well fill out the week.
Well, you threw away your clean time. I built up 30. I go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Why? You know what I mean? So, that's just me. I don't know.
Have you ever accidentally had alcohol or anything since? Like
No.
someone never.
When I was prescribed, when I had my root canal, Percocet or something.
Yeah.
And I melted it and shot it, but that's I just no, I never did.
Because I've been sober, I think it's almost 30-something years.
You were heroin at one point, huh?
No. Well, fuck are you, TMZ? Why would you even make that up?
Bobby, you're currently on heroin? Trying to kick heroin as we speak?
Heroin's stunk.
I got, sorry, go ahead. You want to talk about heroin?
No, I don't like heroin.
Well, you like the up, it sounds like.
Yeah, I like
I think heroin would be mine. Mine.
I took whatever, but alcohol was a big one for me. I liked alcohol because it got me really trashed with drugs because I'd black out and I would just wake up somewhere.
And that didn't scare you?
We don't say anymore.
What scared me is
you
were young. How old were you?
When I was I started drinking when I was 10 and using drugs.
At 10?
So you don't even know if you were like an intolerable drunk because you were too young.
I know
to
that
even...
I got very violent when I got drunk.
So
I would do violent shit. And I hung out with a lot of violent people, and I came from a violent upbringing.
Did you hang with older kids too?
I hung out with older kids.
Like much older?
Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah, I hung out with the Italian section with these really tough, I was not a tough guy. These guys were legitimate fucking motherfuckers.
In Boston or outside of Boston?
Outside Medford. And, I mean, they were just tough guys, so I kind of had to do what the fuck they had to do. And I'm hanging out, drinking out with, 30-year-olds, and I'm fucking 13. So I had to keep up with them.
That's kind of what I say to Christine, too. Do you think that falling into that, like, addiction at any point has to do with being a follower? Like you're a follower to somebody?
No, I don't think it's a follower. I think it's that you don't want, being alone or not have, like I never had a dad and, I was alone a lot and I got fucking picked on and bullied and fucked with and I got abused by the stepfather guy. So when you don't have anybody, all of a sudden you have these guys that are movie-esque. Like, these Italian guys,
Outsiders.
Like, exactly, like that movie where it's
the
like...
The greasers and the socias.
It really, how corny it is.
I know. The guys, you want to be part of that crew.
Yeah. All of a sudden you're Pony Boy, and it's like, you'll fucking, I can't wait to see those fucking photoshops. Just my fat head on Pony Boy's
stay gold.
His dungaree jacket.
Stay gold, America.
Yeah. Now, and now you're Elephant Boy. But go ahead.
So anyway, we I let that fucking sink to the bottom.
My career.
Come on, don't do the jokes for us. But I think it was part of just not being alone. It wasn't fitting in. It's I'll do whatever I have to do so I don't have to fucking not have anybody in my life. So I hung out with these older guys and drank. I had to keep up with them. Literally, I remember...
And they thought you were the shit because you were the little guy drinking.
Well, not really.
Well, they were looking out for you, too?
Nah, I mean, yeah, but yeah. I mean, look, I hung out with... There was kids who were older than me, like 15, 16, 17, 18. I was 13, okay, when I started really drinking. And then there was the older kids, 20, 25, 28, and then 30, the older
Who
kids.
the fuck, what 30-year-old's hanging out with a 13-year-old kid drinking?
Well, here's the thing. We used to have this...
Christine shit when she was like 15, 16 is like 26-year-old, 30-year-old.
We used to have parks.
Sure.
We used to have a park where gangs were parks. So we hung out at Tufts Park. Italian section, because Boston was very segregated. I hung out with all Italian guys, and they would have potion night, where one of the older kids, they'd pat you down and take whatever you had. If you had a nickel, you're fine. If you had $20, they're taking it. And they pool all the money, they'd go buy all kinds of mixed drinks, mudslide stuff and mugger, whatever. And you get cheese cups from the Italian bakery across the street, and the older kid, Mikey Cat, he would mix drinks and hand you a cup. And you drink, and then he'd go, here's how we know how you had to one sip it. And if you didn't, he'd walk around and check your cup, and he'd fucking punch you in the head.
Really?
Yeah. And when we would get like a bottle of Southern Comfort or Jack, man, he would always take the cap and go, caps are for kids, and fucking throw it, even though I was a kid. So you'd have to you don't put a cap back on a bottle.
You're finishing the bottle.
They were teaching me how to one sip a pint of whiskey. Put your tongue back, don't let it hit your taste buds, and you can...
I mean, that's it. That's all you need to drink for the night.
You were drinking a whole thing of Southern Comfort, a whole pint.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No,
pack it down to Southern Comfort.
One of the last times I drank was a half bottle of Soko. White labeled scotch. A rack of talls, and I drank I smoked around 3 joints. I was so fucked up. It was... I was so fucking trashed. I got to the point though where I could really put it down, really.
Yeah.
I remember I drank a case of beer by myself. Me and Frankie got a case each.
Oh, Frankie, yeah.
Frankie.
Yeah, but these guys were pretty fucking,
but every neighbor, every where you grew up, that was in every neighborhood. Everybody.
It was in every neighborhood, but he's asking, well, I wasn't trying to fit it. I was just trying to have a family. Yeah, and I think comedy...
You felt part of.
Comedy, we do the same thing.
Yeah, you feel part
Absolutely.
of.
I think comedy would try... I mean, this is replaced,
As you get older, too, doesn't it sound silly when the word comics is used? It's like, a real comic wouldn't... You're like, shut up. Let's not put so much nobility on it. Like, you know what a comic's nature is. But I do think this...
it was hard to let go
people that are good at it, I think people that are good at, being funny to mass audiences or just an audience in general do tend to have similar qualities that draw them to even doing it or something. For sure.
I mean, everybody in this room, I mean, we're all fucked up, but we also hang around with the same fucked up people.
Can you play a song again, Lou?
But like, that's what's weird. You know what's hard for me is that I actually have a family now. I built a life.
Yes.
So I have this house, I have a wife and a child that have nothing to do with this. And I have to connect to that because I want to connect. I feel comfortable connecting to this. I can feel comfortable to connecting to something that's really not connected.
It's hard.
You know what I mean?
It's hard when you're obviously I have a family too, but it's hard to separate. Like if you have a job at Apple or whatever, you leave, go home, it's easy to separate. Yeah. It's hard to separate as a comic because you turn on the TV, whatever. It's just, it consumes your mind.
That's why I take nights off now. I take Sundays off. I take Mondays off. I don't work clubs Sundays because I gotta go home.
I stopped.
And
Sundays I stopped.
Be with my family.
Shit, I'll do Monday morning.
You know what I mean? I gotta be with my family and connect to that family because that's my real family. I actually made a life. And it's kind of fucked up because the life I never had, now I have. You know what I mean? The father, the wife, the kid, the house.
It's less It's less conventional, but Carl and Isabella.
You have a life.
And your daughter come over on Sundays with me and Christine. We all have dinner together, whether we go out or something. But we all just kind of like spend a little bit, like a couple hours.
But there was a time when the seller and us, you, Patrice, me, you were my family. And what happens too with us is we go to these clubs, and that's our surrogate family for the weekend.
Sure.
The club owner is the mom and the dad, and the waiters and waitresses are my brothers and sisters. And the middler and the opener is your best friends and your and you do that, and then you leave and you cut it the fuck off.
It's crazy.
That's why comics.
And then you go back to the city that you know the people that it is that odd like. It's like, has it been a year since I've seen you? Crazy.
But you go back and you fall right into that family because that even when, like you go on a set, it happens on when me and you know about booking TV shows and being a regular on a show.
Just
being like a regular, getting a lot of money every week, being on, like literally being in the credits.
What's that like?
I'm going to tell you.
What's that like?
It's like being in a family.
Well, Rich, you told us what crack was like. We'll tell you now what television is.
Television's like. You're having a regular spot on a show for more than fucking 2 episodes.
Oh, wow.
No, but it is, you know too, Rich, of course, but it is
No,
like...
I don't. Last time
they become, like when I did, Sex and Drugs, that was my family. Like we went through
and they hated
together.
you. Yeah. No, you do. You with everything, like the people on the... I did Z-Rock for 2 seasons. They ended up switching crews after the first, but each one.
The crew.
But I said the crew, very much so. They start, like, in that weird amount of time, too, in that limited time you're with them, the 10 weeks, whatever it is, 15 weeks to film something.
It's weird, right?
They're coming to your shows. They come to your show. But then when the show's done taping or when it's over, like, they don't come. All of a sudden, when you saw them last, you've seen them, they come to your shows, like, once or twice a month for a couple months, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh shit, I haven't.
It's almost like we divorce. It's almost like we get a divorce every weekend, or every time we book a gig. We create this surrogate family for us to survive. And then when we leave, it's like getting a divorce, but in a friendly way, because you'll see them. I saw the prop guy on Sex Drugs on Louis' movie. Well, he was like, hey! And we were right back where we were. And it's like seeing a friend or a relative you haven't seen in a year. It's like, what's up, man? How you doing? Oh my God, yeah. Oh, I should come down. And you fall right back into it. It's real weird.
In life, growing up, I had my best friends that were friends, and
Do you still have friends from when you were a kid?
Yeah, a couple, but I don't not really like that. Not my real close ones. Mm-hmm. And then the second half of my life, comics, like, with Norton and Keith and Patrice, and that it was 2 different parts of my life. Early, and plus when I got clean, I cut everybody loose from that was in my past. Because most of them were all getting high still.
So did you have to walk away from a bunch of comedian friends?
No, not really. Yes, I just didn't hang out with them. But when I got clean in comedy, I wasn't hanging out. I was just doing road shit. I wasn't hanging in New York
Gotcha.
like at the Cellar. I would just go do one-nighters with so-and-so in Jersey or Long
When you
Island
did
or
Def
whatever.
Jam, was that on drugs?
No, I was sober.
Totally sober.
Yeah, I was sober. I was sober after 3 years. When I was in comedy, I was just doing whatever. You know, when I was hanging with Frankie Bastille, he was a heroin addict. I was a crack addict. And, you know, we do gigs. But then when I got clean, you know, and I got high up in Boston, there was coke flying all over the place.
They used to pay you in coke.
Yeah.
Nick's Comedy Stop, what they would do to audition you, Lenny and them would bring you in the kitchen, and they go ahead, do your set. And if you made them laugh, they were like, great. And the guy would pay you in coke. Cash and coke.
You do your set just in the kitchen for them?
Yeah, because they were the funniest motherfuckers walking the earth.
Lenny Clark and who else?
Lenny Clark and Gavin and all those guys, Sweeney.
Steve Sweeney.
They would bring you in. They'd be like, let's go. Do you? And they'd be like, fuck, all right, you're funny. And if you weren't, go fuck yourself. Well, which I wish they still did. But wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be awesome if we just brought people in the kitchen? Come on, you little nerd.
Yeah. It wasn't by your fucking YouTube views or whatever?
Do me a favor. Get the 4 comics with glasses and sweaters and bring them in. All right, you can leave now.
It's not even that. It's the social media stars now. If you do, I'm doing these Funny Bones a bunch, and like there's always... Said Sunday show is always like, well, there's 3 sold out shows from somebody from.
Well, her name's Gail.
From it's something exactly.
Gail sold out 3 shows.
She does crafts on YouTube or things like that. Little skits.
She used to be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Now she does this DIY show, and she sells out like right away. She makes chairs out of other people's hair.
It's
called dog chair.
It's so degrading. Like the way it's so degrading. Like, when's the last time, and maybe, and it's very seldom a club owner comes up to you, like, Colleen in Omaha will sit and watch your sets.
Fucking Omaha.
You know what I'm talking about. Omaha. What I'm saying.
Who plays Omaha?
You know,
I just played Omaha.
What are you, fucking Billy the Kid?
It's probably one of the best fucking rooms. And
is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good room.
It's great. And she watches.
Really?
But you go to clubs, they don't give a fuck. They care about numbers. They don't care about comedy.
No, you're a jukebox. I always said I got kind of fucked on that years ago. After I worked with Attell at the Pittsburgh Improv, they brought me back for a Thanksgiving weekend and said to me, "We're bringing you in because we know there's no press. We know we're not expecting a big crowd at all, but we want to give you a shot to like work your way in the club and you won't be penalized for that or anything. Whatever the size of the crowds are, don't worry about it." And this is like, I mean, I'm going back well over a decade ago, so it was amazing. I was even being able to headline it, and I went out and did it, and the crowds were light. I think the biggest crowd was like 100 people maybe, and that's a big room, the Pittsburgh Improv there in Homestead.
Yep.
And when I got back, I mean, like, for every year or every 6 months or whatever, I was never a nudge. Maybe I should have been more, but I'd always email or something about, hey, I'd love to come back, and it was such a fun weekend. And the manager that was at the club that night, I thought I was being a cocky asshole to him because he was like, man, I'm having a fun weekend with you here, man. I hope they bring you back. And I was like, yeah, I think they're going to be cool. They told me they're not expecting big crowds, and he just goes, I know they say a lot of things, man, but at the end of the day, he goes, oh, this is paperwork, just goes back to corporate.
Yes,
and they're like, what were the numbers?
That's what
Who's in the seats? I
was at the Hartford Funny Bone during a fucking snowstorm. It was I don't know when it was. Dropped 2 feet
in the winter.
2 feet of snow. I think it was in October, actually. 2 feet of snow. I mean, just came out of the fucking sky.
I know when you're talking about.
And all right, good for you.
It's when all the trees fell.
Shut the fuck up.
It was October.
You fucking excited Doberman Pinscher, relax.
Go ahead.
I know what you do. Well, just keep it to yourself.
Remember when the trees fell? Because the leaves were still on the trees.
God, I wish you were not in studio. I wish you were in your car. They didn't bring me back. The manager was like, I want to bring Robert Kelly back. She's like, last time he didn't sell. She goes, there was a fucking blizzard. They just saw the numbers.
Yeah.
She goes, yeah, there was a blizzard. There was you couldn't get in your car. There was people in the mall stuck for the night.
You know what? I had a club, fucking in Denver. They won't bring me back. They said, well, he did too much crowd work. It was Halloween, and every show there was people in costumes. There was a guy in blackface. How am I not going to do crowd work?
Sure wasn't a black guy? It is Denver.
If they're a black guy, what's your show? They're in blackface?
he does too much crowd work. Shut the fuck up. If I sold out every show, they don't care. They don't care if you light the wait staff on fire.
It doesn't matter if you go up there and I just do other people's comedy sets, everybody. Yes. The room's full. They don't give a shit.
They don't give
All
a
right.
fuck.
So anyways, I'm telling you now.
Very rarely do you find that's why some of the more like, not boutique-y clubs, I guess, though, or kind of like, I just did a Morty's comedy joint in Indianapolis, and like, that's just like a
Great
one-off
club.
thing with the guy.
Fucking love the guy.
The guy gives a shit. He really wants you to be
All
happy.
those
He wants
guys.
you to enjoy yourself. Yeah, it's great.
Great room. Great guys. And they take care of you. Like, they'll come pick you up.
What's his name?
They'll take you
Bowser?
out.
Are you talking about Bowers? Or Bowers?
No, there's a
Bowers,
couple
yeah.
guys. Yeah, he's good, and the other guy, too.
Yeah.
Both of them.
But but that's a good one. Said some of the smaller places,
Yeah.
they seem to give a shit that you're there because they like what you do.
They like-
the guy. You're doing comedy at the Carlson. That guy loves comedy,
Yes.
man.
He came down to my roast. I invited
I like him.
I saw him there.
He used to own the comedy club, right?
Same guy.
Yeah.
They just moved the club over
That
there.
guy took the day. I'm going to tell you this real quick because it's on topic. It's two topics in one. It's called the two topic. All right, you understand what I'm saying? It's a topic we're talking about with another topic we're talking about, and I have a story to go with both topics.
Sick.
Oh, fuck me. I can't
It's called Two Topic Kelly. Very rarely does this happen on a radio show.
They call him Two Topics.
Ow! Listen to me, campers.
Two topic.
Here's the deal. So he picks me up at the airport. The last time I had a drink, the last time I drank when I was 15 was in Rochester, where I lived.
Oh, I heard this.
This
story.
guy picked me up at the airport, drove me to the last place I fucking drank, the parking lot of this food mart.
Well, you asked him to do this, or did he just weirdly bring you to it?
But I started recognizing places. Because I lived there for like a year and a half or 2 years.
in Rochester?
In Rochester.
When you were a kid?
Outside of Rochester, right?
When you were a little kid?
When I was 15, drinking.
That's when you stopped at 15.
I stopped. So he brought me to the last place I drank. He brought me to the place I got arrested. Because I got arrested. The last time I drank, I got arrested, thrown in jail. He brought me to the farm I worked on. Because I worked on a farm with the juvenile system. So and
who runs this club? The Ghost of Christmas Past?
And I know, it was weird. And he brought me to my old house that I fucking lived in. I haven't been back there. The last time I was there, I got arrested. I was fucked up on white labeled scotch, beer, and weed, and I went to jail the last time up in Rochester.
And then he took him to the jail, threw him in a cell for a night.
Two fucking topics. That's two topics.
Bobby, have you learned your lesson now? I'm here to show you how far you've come from the farm. Is this the Crosby, Stills, Nash song again?
I hope you cry. You
Look how happy you are now. You've come so far. I bet Steve Sweeney's wishing he gave you Coke now back in that kitchen area.
I looked over, there's a guy with white hair.
Yeah. This is what nighttime radio is supposed to be. A nice mellow guy going, hey, all your soft hits. This is Crosby, Stills, and Nash with Helplessly Hopeful.
And don't forget about the ghosts of your past and your future. Living today, and there's no ghosts there. Boo-hoo. Let's roll, guys. Have a great night.
You gotta hit that post.
How did Mark know? How did he know all those places?
Well, I was talking to him. I'm like, dude, this looks so familiar. And I was like, dude, I think I drank. And he was like, oh, really? And I go, dude, we went down a road, and I was like, dude, this is where I used to ride my bike up to the farm 5 days a week. I worked on a farm. It was crazy. That's what kind of got me sober, because it was like the first time I got responsibility in my life. And then, he took me to my house. It was nuts. So I'm working that club.
He moved it.
I know, the Carlson in Rochester, the 9th, March 9th and 10th, I'm going to be up there, but it actually goes back to my drug days and my alcohol days.
Does it make you feel like, do you get like jittery? Not jittery is the wrong word, but I mean, do you get like, holy shit, I'm a million miles from this?
I'm fucking so addicted to food right now. I'm so bad, and my addiction is so fucked up in food. And now that I'm trying to control the food, I feel the sex is creeping back in, and I'm trying to fucking deal with that.
You're just getting a little more like...
I'm starting to jerk off to weirder shit.
Mine is spending, man. Just buying shit
but
online.
I do that too, man.
Mine, I mean, it's fucking...
I mean, no, you have a fucking bow and arrow at your townhouse in Jersey. We know spending is an issue with you.
I have 3 bow and arrows.
You have 9 go bags and a BMW.
One for everybody in the thing. He's got a backseat mattress.
I got
you think
I haven't used it yet. I have 2 of them. I ordered 2 by mistake.
He has 5 pinky rings on each finger.
It starts
spending's an issue. We know they're all pinky rings. Sebastian would wear those on his pinky.
Rich only buys pinky rings. He wears them on all of his fingers. He just only buys pinky rings.
I need a nice pinky ring for my thumb.
You know what? My wife
looking for a pinky.
My wife was reading my daughter a book 2 nights ago, and in the book it said,
and you went, "What's that?"
And the guy, and the guy in the book, the guy that wore a pinky ring was they called basically a fucking loser.
We do too.
So I walked in, and they looked at my hands and started cracking up. They didn't know I had a pinky ring.
Oh shit! Yeah, I heard they said they were teasing you out of you got a bracelet recently. Jewelry. I think that I'm telling you.
Well, no,
that's Asian Jewish is where you start getting more and more jewelry.
Well, no, I always like jewelry, but here's the thing: that bracelet, I didn't return it because I was being teased. I returned it because the diamonds weren't big enough.
That's stupid.
They weren't You're getting a bigger diamond one?
No, if I could find the right diamond bracelet, I can't afford a diamond bracelet. That's a lot of fucking. I mean, I can, but I'm not gonna. I'd rather buy.
What's gonna? What the fuck is gonna?
What's gonna?
Yeah, why'd you turn it a sling blade? I can, but I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna.
What? Okay. How the fuck is that?
I'm not going to. I'm not gonna.
There you go. I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, time's running out, so you shorten it to I'm not gonna. All right, we got 7 fucking minutes. You want me to say going to? How much time does that fucking eat up?
You're right. I'm sorry.
Right. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna ever talk to you again on the phone. What I'm saying,
you're a pro. You're a fucking pro.
But you see how everything escalates. I used to just buy Converse or PF Flyers.
Sure.
Now, if I don't get fucking the right Nikes, I'm not buying them. You know what I mean?
I don't even care about that. I went on stage last night with dirty New Balance. And one of them wasn't even tied. I don't give a fuck about. I don't care about that. Like sneakers, go fuck yourself. I don't care. But
yeah, because you don't care about balance.
No,
okay.
No, but that is also something. It's what matters to you. I envy, and I think it's because like insecurity of being fat. But I definitely envy like the not give a shit of look or style at all. Like I way over, and I eat shit for it all the time, but whatever it is, is what makes me feel like I'm together.
Yep.
Like I wouldn't be in here where I'm like, well, I'm just doing radio today, so I'm coming in like flip-flops.
No
like, who gives a shit? There's no way. I'm like, I gotta go see those.
Well, that's one of my favorites.
The security people, the secretaries, yes. I'm like, it just bothers me.
That's one of my favorite things about comedy is that you don't have, I can go on stage with a stain on my shirt. If I'm funny, it will overcome.
No,
they won't even care about that.
That's not true. I did a theater. I had a guy, I did a theater a couple weeks ago.
I said, if you're funny.
And I did a theater a couple weeks ago, and I had this guy open. I said, you could open. He's very funny, but this is a theater show. It was 1,200 people. He came out in like a t-shirt, and I looked at him, I go, you don't do that unless you're the headline. You wear what the fuck you want.
That's what I'm talking about.
The opener,
that's what I said.
It's
I'm
not
the headliner.
You are.
I wasn't talking, but I wasn't talking. But you're talking about. I'm saying the freedom I have is because I can wear whatever I want, and you go not necessarily, and you give an example about a fucking opener.
You could not.
What he's saying is the open for Bobby. Don't wear a t-shirt.
You wouldn't do a theater show and walk out in a tank top.
I wouldn't, because they're going to be looking at my tits coming out of the side of the tank top. What tank top's going to fit my fucking body?
You look like you're on the fucking
Big Mama Kelly's on stage.
I tell you, it's weird though, because I get addicted to little things now.
Electronics. Get the fuck out.
I do. I get addicted to electronics, and I get addicted.
You always have been.
But I get addicted to, right now, it's called Jack Lore.
What's that?
Jack Lore bushcraft knife. It's a knife made by this guy in England. He only makes them, and when he has some, he puts them up on his site, and he puts an email up, and the only time you can get them is when he puts them up, and they're impossible to get. There it is right there. I want one of those. I am on the fucking hunt for that.
I want you to get one of those in your fucking neck.
What? Why do you want that?
Jay, because I don't know. I want it because I'm not a bushcrafter. I just bought a tent. I just bought a tent for the first time, and I'm going camping. I haven't been camping in years. I'm going this year.
You're gonna craft bush.
I just want that knife, Jay. Every day I check that website. I tried to contact him. He won't answer me. I went on his.
Did you throw weight around a little bit? Were you like, I'm Robert Kelly? He goes, you may be familiar with some of my work.
I did. I put a photo of me on the Tonight Show.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'd all be mortified if we saw how much each other did something like that. It's a quiet enough moment where you can go, hey, I look, Bert Kreischer, I love him. He goes full tilt.
Full tilt.
He said with Ari and Tom Segura they went to the national championship game. He said he went right up to security and was like, hey, we're famous. Can you walk? And then so the guy walks him up to the front.
Well, I used to know how to do that. Like I did it.
I can't.
Like, oh my God, look at that knife.
We know why you can't?
You know what? I don't know how to throw my name around.
I did that to Tom Papa one night. He goes, I'm going to the Apple store. I go, dude, just look at them in the eye and do stuff you did on TV, like make facial expressions. They'll recognize you. They'll let you cut and they'll get you the phone. They did it to me. So he goes, I walked around for an hour and a half trying to make faces I made on TV. TV faces.
Smoky eyes.
Dude, I put my hat on backwards, forwards, sideways. I used to have this photo that said comedy. I wore that and I would do like the pose in my headshot.
I can't tell you
look at
all
that
the
knife.
perks
Look at that knife
on the road as a
one of the funniest things in the world is being have you ever been outside and realized way later than you should have that you're standing next to, like, whether it's a running board that keeps changing pictures, but when you're up there, how much of a jerk off you must look like.
How about this? Worse than that.
I've stood smoking like cigarettes and stuff. I've stood smoking cigarettes by somebody like leaning almost on like the sandwich board that the other side of it is like a picture of me.
How about being me now? Okay, this is even worse. Being me now, standing next to that, which clubs do because they're lazy. Yeah. They'll just go to the internet, the fucking fuckface, whatever shit person they're giving $5 a fucking week to do their social media will go and just type in Robert Kelly.
Wait.
Get that photo. Let me finish, Voss. Shut up.
You'll love this.
Let me finish and then put that up. I'm standing next to that photo. Fucking 1996 Bob Kelly. Smoking hot, bum chin.
A much worse one to have to deal with than that I saw. And by the way, she's still like a super sexy chick without a doubt, but Lynn Koplitz, when I remember when I first started headlining more, going on the road and following her, and the picture they had of her, they do like the Maxim picture and shit of her, like, you know.
Do you know how they advertised Bonnie?
You know the Maxim pictures there?
This is how they advertised Bonnie last weekend. If you like Rich Voss, this is his wife.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck that place.
Who did that? Who did that?
I mean, he doesn't know. He's Lebanese. He's out of his mind.
Yeah.
He doesn't know. It's the worst. You ever
people return tickets?
You ever work in a club and they go, "Who are you?" Like half the staff doesn't know.
Oh my God, is that it?
Oh
wow!
Yeah. I mean, like that's like come
fucking
on.
Crazy. She still has that belt. Oh my God.
That's April Mason.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
oh my. Is that her?
That's Lynn Koplitz.
That's Lynn Koplitz.
Yes.
Her and April did Maxim together.
Guys, we gotta I gotta get my shit. I have to go back one more time.
Do it all over again?
Just Sexy Bob. I'm going to try my ass off the next year just to get down just to Sexy Bob one more time.
When do you think you'll start?
I started.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Like,
you know what? Can we end this?
No,
we have to end this, actually.
You told
I'm
me
done with you. I'm done.
No, we have to.
I'm with you on this.
I love you.
I got to lose 5 pounds.
That stings so much to hear shit like that.
From the neck up.
But the guy who was working with me in Cincinnati this weekend was so rail thin. He said he could show you, like, as soon as he eats, it shows you a little bump, and then he's like, I have to shit, and it goes away. Robert Kelly, he's going to be at the Mystic Lake Casino in Minnesota March 2nd and 3rd, and then at the Comedy to Carlson in Rochester, New York, March 9th and 10th, going on his troll trip home. Yes. Trip down memory lane with the Ghost of Christmas Past. For that and all Bobby's shows, go to robertkellylive.com and make sure you listen to You Know What Dude, of course, on Riotcast. And Rich Voss is going to be at McGuire's in Long Island March 2nd and 3rd.
No, just the 2nd.
Just the 2nd?
No, the Saturday. The 2nd, I'm shooting an hour special.
Oh, shit.
And
on sobriety.
Exciting.
The whole thing's on his sobriety.
That's very good to have a theme. So he's going to be there the 3rd then. Yeah. Yes? And at the MGM in Las Vegas, March 12th to the 18th. That's a good run, Rich. I hope you enjoy Vegas. And you make sure you listen to My Wife Hates Me on Riotcast. Jesus Christ, that's a hell of a run.
Fucking worked for Vegas for 25 years. I fucking hate it.
Oh, it's gotta be the worst. Go to richvoss.com for tickets to all Rich's shows. And, if you're listening, everybody, tomorrow's gonna be a Lost Tapes, that me and Dan did on Monday. Listen to that, enjoy. I will be at Chicago Zanies, tomorrow and Friday, and then in Rosemont on Saturday. And then the week after that, I'll be at Denver Comedy Works with a special guest. Kurt Metzger's going to be on those shows with me, so come check those out. BigJComedy.com for all the dates. Dan Soder, do we have Dan's things? Don't get rid. Dan Soder's going to be at Helium St. Louis March 1st through the 3rd. After that, you can catch him at Zanies in Nashville March 8th through March 11th. Get tickets for that and all of Dan's shows at dansoder.com. We'll have Dan back next week, I believe.
Yep.
And we'll see you live on Monday. Enjoy the Lost Tapes. See you next week. Crackle, crackle.